This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Come on in, switch your clock on. Yaga. What's happening, gang? So we're back for another.
Because you're evaporating so quickly.
I know, if I don't talk really quickly, I'm just going to float off into the fucking ceiling. Jack won't be able to find me. So, we're back for another episode. Magic man behind the camera, of course. The amateur vlogs are still coming, but the reality is we're not very good at what we do. So, we thought we'd get the, or we didn't think we'd get, we always knew we were going to get Jack back in, and we're going to continue to do so. Currently sat at 3.5 weeks out from Graftism 2 Bros, and then 7 weeks out from the Arnolds. Obviously from the socials everyone will know that Mads, we've had to pull prep, like it was the right thing to do. I'll let Mads bare her heart and soul potentially later on in the video, once she gets the central nervous system firing a little bit, and then you might get some tears. But lots is happening, lots has happened. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video in terms of what we're going to show you guys. So the realization is, being 3 weeks out now, I'd love to say that leg day today is going to be hard, heavy, full on. I probably will grunt to make it sound heavier and harder, but it's super calm and controlled now. I've just come out the back of a 10-day deload, so food was literally double for 10 days. I lost, what, best part of 2 kilos over them 10 days? Oh. I lost the best part of 2 kilos over those 2 days.
10 days.
10 days, yeah. And
even with a muffin every day.
What we want to focus on now, most importantly, is making sure that because I'm fresh, I don't go hell for leather and put myself back in a grave. We want to cruise into the show now. The boss is happy. I would genuinely say at this very moment in time, although I'm never satisfied, I look the best I ever have. I'm the heaviest I've ever been, I'm the leanest I've ever been, and I'm in the best position I've ever been as well. So today, yeah, so we want to look after where we are. Oh! That's my smoothie protein shake Naz is making.
Oh, you wish.
I fucking wish. It's got a Mars bar in it. So today it's all about accuracy, calm and collected. We're going to see some good reps. There's not going to be major PBs. There's a little bit of change into our volume. Volume still being reduced. So I was at about 50-60% volume. We're about 80 now. But we're going to get into the session, start moving some blood round, and then we'll take you forward from there. Peace. Again, going through our mobility exercises for our hips and ankles. I went through it on pull, and we had a hip hinge just to make sure that everything was working in line. So I'm just focusing on really opening up the mobility through the hips. I'll do some ankle exercises as well. Puts me in a great position moving into legs, just so everything's moving smoothly, everything's nice and loose, and then firepower. Depleted 3 weeks out firepower should be really good. So I'll let Mads go into a bit more detail about her injury and what we're doing moving forward in terms of plans and approaches, etc. But what we're focusing on now from a rehabilitation standpoint, making sure that she's actually building strength, is just moving the muscle in the straight lines. So making sure she's in a stable position. So for example, the kneeling hamstring curl, she's in a position where the hip, the knee and the ankle are in a straight line, which is fundamentally where the muscle will sit. making sure that there's full control and accuracy through the muscle, and then we start to build up strength like that. And it is really starting at ground zero. So for the guys that have just walked in the gym and tried to do a dumbbell bench press, and you look like, again, you're doing the okey-dokey of the YMCA, that's because you need to build stability and strength, and that is fundamentally where Mads is at the moment. She can still hack squat more than I can, but it's important that we're going through the motion and we're really building that nice and slowly. So we did our first leg session the other day. That was banded, so there's tension throughout the range of movement, so she can contract hard and obviously control it fully. But yeah.
The injury is my sartorius tendon here that attaches my muscle to my tibia. So I've potentially ruptured or strained them on both legs. So obviously like it's super painful, but I'm in a point now where I can walk properly, I can move things in straight lines, I can move a little bit of weight, and it's progressing quite quickly now. Obviously, I don't know if Corey mentioned, but we've pulled my prep completely. So I'm in a position now where my food's gone up, I've got no cardio, I've been on like deload sessions for like the last 10 days, and to be honest, my recovery is just absolutely skyrocketed, so I'm in a really good place. I'm alright with the fact I'm not prepping now, like I'm quite happy, and it's given me a bit of a new perspective. I'm going for wellness next year now, so I've now got an opportunity to recover and go through a growth phase and just really push forward into next year and then see where I sit whenever I then decide to prep and stand on stage again, whether that's early next year or maybe at the back end of next year, but we haven't decided yet, we'll see. But for now it's operation get better and then grow some big quads. Huber watches Corey's and gives him feedback on every single set that he does. We film everything that I do, and it's there for, it's a logbook of everything visually, and it means that we can look back, we can see how we performed an exercise, see where we can do something better, we can see if things maybe weren't correct, or we can see if there's room for improvement. And it's super, super important as well to be able to look back at what you've done and see how you've improved, and even see like physique changes and how your weight's changed on the places you're performing on machines. So super good tool. So I recommend everyone record your top sets, watch them back, get some feedback from a professional as well about how you perform in your sets, and yeah, super valuable tool. Come on then. Good. Up.
One. Yes. 2. Cool. 3. Nice, mate. 4. Good, brace hard. 5. We're on to hack squats now. Normally we'd be on Cybex, but Cybex hack isn't available in Graftism, but it got a pre-core. I actually really like the pre-core. During my progression phase, during lockdown, I managed to get us to 8 plates. I'm not going to be going anywhere near that today, unfortunately. But it's important, like I always say, when approaching a new movement, and fundamentally I've got to treat this as a new movement, although I'm comfortable with it. We have to set the mechanics, we have to build up slowly and be realistic. And do you know what, like, even if you're setting a lower rep range of, let's say, 8 reps, it's vitally important you're in a position to beat that as opposed to miss. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. This is the first time Mads is going to be in a structured squat. However, she seems to be moving really well today. In terms of our approach at the moment, I said about taking a more structured and safer approach. So I'm not doing anything below 8 reps now. The reason for that is because I'm in a safer position from a weight perspective. I'm able to stimulate and not annihilate. The problem is when you're looking at anything less than 8 reps, the realization is your central nervous system is going to get battered. I'm not in a position psychologically to even take that, let alone physically from a nutrient input basis. I'm not in a position where I can recover from an 8-plate hack squat. I'd love to be, but the reality is we're not growing now. All we need to do is maintain the muscle we've got and make sure that we're stimulating enough to keep it nice and cool, nice and hard. So we're gonna go through the motions on this. I'm gonna take my time. Realistically, I don't want anything less than 12 reps because at least that way I know I'm taking a safer approach. I think we'll shoot for about 5 plates is where I think I'm going to be sitting, but stranger things have happened.
You might think, what the fuck is Mads doing?
Mads is going to do some mid-set
with yoga block,
meditation.
mid-set, because I'm short. I can't get full range of motion on this machine unless I increase my height or increase the depth of the machine.
No chance of that happening. Growth in the kneecaps.
So, you make me bigger.
Right, got this. Do you want that weight on? Take your time. 4 seconds in the hole, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Bring your feet down. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there it is. Good girl. 1, 2, 3, 2. Lovely work, man. 1, 2, 3. Drive. Quality, let's go. Come on then, switch your fucking on. Stop! Boom! Let's fucking go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, well fucking happy. Woo! Oh. Entertainment, but Mads is pretending that she's hungry, and I am hungry. So we're personality level is a bit low, but we want you guys to take some stuff away from this session. So you'll notice that Mads is doing this banded. The reason why we've done that, again, looking at almost a pyramid effect to be able to build up strength as anything would, progressive overload. We want Mads to be able to progress in lifts, but through accuracy and execution. So because we've taken the movement right back, the most important thing was ensuring that we had tension throughout the whole movement. Now, these pieces of equipment are unbelievable anyway, in their own right, but the reason for starting off with the band is so we could go through the movement accurately, but with some tension. And what we've decided to do is keep the band in and then progress in weight, because although it does give you extra load through the tension and resistance of the actual band, obviously it can only give you a certain amount, and we don't need to start throwing blacks and greys on there with fucking 90 kilo resistance. What's important is it's smooth and effective, allowing Mads to really concentrate on the mechanics of what she needs to do, moving in a straight line, contracting the quads fully, making sure that we're maximising tension but without overstimulating. So rather than overloading, we use the tension to create that resistance, maximise the resistance through accuracy, and then what we'll do is we'll build up load with it. So that's why Mads is doing that. I'm going to go back to being dying slowly. Like that. I almost sound like I know what I'm talking about. It's like hypertrophy joke rather than coaching. Yeah.
So on this machine, do 3 working sets. So on the prime extension, you've got 3 load points, so you can create tension throughout the whole range, heavier at the top of the range of movement, so in the fully shortened range, or in the bottom of the movement when you're in the lengthened range. So we do 3 working sets on this to make sure that we're maximising movement all the way through each part of the muscle. So we can fully work in the shortened range, lengthened range, and all the way through. So we're about to do our 3rd set in the fully lengthened range, which is really hard. So Corey's got this on pin 3 now. So this creates a heaviest load at the bottom of the movement, so when it's in a lengthened position, so you probably see it's heavy getting out of the hole. Come on, up! Come on!
Oh, fucking God.
Or he doesn't get out of the hole.
Come here then. Today's a good day. Got Bish back in the game.
Train properly today.
She trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you did. It's been a very, very good session. One that I'm almost not grateful that Mads is back at good energy level, because the house is like, we're all coaching boot camp at the moment. She's like fucking adult Hitler, mate, like getting shit done. I don't know if I can say it or not. Cardio time, she's like my fucking alarm clock. Keeping me on point, but I'm very, very grateful. I'm super happy that she's back in the game. Leg day done. Got to finish off on a little bit of calves, a little bit of touch-up work, but that's the bulk of the session.
You maintain your strength really well, so
Yeah, I'm super happy with the pre-call, to be fair. 6 plates for 9. 6 plates for 9. Like, it's a good place to be. But again, remember, like, the aim of the game for today was always to just make sure that we were accurate, calm, controlled. I feel like I'm going to feel this session, but tomorrow, with a rest day, some rehab work, stretching. We got Scott tomorrow, I think. We're going to get a massage tomorrow, and then just Ep.7 salts bath and chill. Netflix and chill. Well, but big thank you to Nudge at Graftism, the fucking one and only. Made it happen. Jackie boy. Much love. 3 weeks out, baby. We'll catch you next week. Peace.